Hi, this is Kaci with Mystical Rainbow Creations, and I'm doing my first video to kind of show my kit and my setup. So, this is the rolling cart I have started using, and so far I love it. It's from Hobby Lobby. They call it Zebra Hot Pink Rolling Scrapbook Tote, and I'll try to put links up. And it's the Paper Studio brand. It was $89.99, but they always have a 40% off coupon on their website, so with that, about $53.99, of course before tax, so that's not bad. And it rolls pretty easily. The handle comes up and collapses all the way down, and I will show you everything I have crammed in here, and it is crammed. What I like is it has this Velcro strap, and I'm not sure if this is what it's for, but I like that I can wrap it around the handle when I'm unpacking or packing, and it holds the lid open. And so now we'll get into the fun stuff. Alright, my bag of sponges and other miscellaneous tools, some paper towel, Dixie cups, which I use for the Q-tips. Okay, here's my tip jar with my homemade little pitcher. Of course, I am Mystical Rainbow Creations, so rainbows are everywhere. And you know how us face painters do it. Alright, then I have this shoebox bin, and I will sometimes use the lid as a tray, and I've got a mishmash here of things. This clock is a battery clock, which I like to have on my table while I'm working because it helps me keep an eye on when my stop time is. Mama Clown glitters, which I love. Got a few different colors. It's October, so the blood is in my kit. Bobby pins, of course. A couple glitter gels, which I haven't really used a lot yet. I actually use the poofers more than the jar ones, but that's a personal preference. And I've got some Star Blends, Bruise Wheel, which was more an October thing for me. And my Diamond Effects black, white, red. Some tags, actually, they fit together, which I like this because they fit together. I can stick them in here. And I've got a blush in there too. This is a juice pop maker that my mom found at a dollar store. And I couldn't find the ice cube bins that a lot of people use with the really skinny tubes, and there's more of them. But this has worked just fine for me. I can usually fit whatever brushes I'm using in there so that they're standing up and easy to grab. And I've got my business cards in these little clear containers, which I have removal tips cards and then my normal business cards. And the clear containers I got from 123 Print when I ordered cards. I forget how much they were, but they weren't bad, and I think they look nice. On to the good stuff. I have two pallet cases from Silly Farm. Shout out. And I started putting my stickers on because I just thought it was cute. Add my little flair here. You know, my basic, like, big split cakes and solid colors. And then my other palette contains my one strokes and a few of my commonly used Star Blends. Now you'll see I have these washcloths in just to kind of hold everything in, trying to keep them clean, and I just had a gig, so sorry they look a little messy and gross. I actually have made some of these splits in here myself using the Wolf palette, And then, you know, I've got a mix of tag and Artie Cake 1-strokes here. On different brands too. I've got some Silly Farm. I love this Brilliant Bling. This one I made myself. Some Fab. A lot of tag splits. The Paradise, which to be honest, I have a hard time with. Some people love them. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't got the hang of the technique, but I actually prefer the tag paints for color because they're really soft and they go on smooth. Of course, I like the Wolf or Diamond Effects for line work, which is what I have over here. So, let me see if I can get these unscrewed. I'll basically lay these out, whatever I'm going to be using up here. And then I have my water container, which I set right into the lid. And then I will usually get out just a few sponges. Sorry. I need a lovely assistant, but don't we all? Usually I will lay a paper towel that's not crumpled up, and I'll put a few sponges out just to get ready before the gig actually begins. And then I'll, you know, pop off my lids of my poofer glitters and kind of set them out here. Sometimes I'll set out the jars too, sometimes not. I mainly use these a lot for like Spider-Man, Batman. I have like a red and a black that I like for that. And then usually on the girls I use the poofers because they poof everywhere and everywhere's okay with the girls. And I have this water sprayer bottle that was from, I think, Sally Beauty. And then my brushes are in the good old art bin container, which I love. Smoothie blenders I use for the Star Blends. And then of course all my assortment of brushes. I don't take them all out when I get to a gig. I usually pull a few that I know that I will use, like a number 4 for white and a number 4 for black. These are 2 brands that I like, but I'll get into that in another video. All in all, this is kind of what my setup would be at a gig. And then my tip jar and my business cards I actually put on the tray of my chair, but I have the Earth Products pop-up tall director's chair and I love it. Okay, but the kit itself, I'll show you again. It has this divider, which actually velcros and can pull out, but I like it like this because as you might have seen, or maybe not, when I pulled stuff out, I put my pallets, there's the airplane, I don't know if it's super loud for you guys. I put my pallets in the back, and they fit just right, and sometimes I can fit my binder in there if I have a binder of pictures I bring. Sometimes I bring that, sometimes I don't. Some shadows not sitting here. Okay, and then here I have plastic gallon bags, which is what I use to put my used brushes and sponges in at the end of the gig, so that I can throw it in there and wash them when I get home. It's got, you know, just all these little pockets. I love it. Mirror, and I like it sticking right in there. It's nice and flat against this, which feels like it will protect it pretty well, rather than having it in an outside pocket where it might get bumped. Of course, gum. You gotta have gum in your kit. Or at least I do. If I'm, you know, eating, drinking coffee on the way. I don't want to subject the poor children to that. I keep a spare white and black in here because it is very commonly used. So, you know, maybe I'm cheesy, but I have a little good luck charm that I stuck in here. And it's another pocket. I don't know if you can see it down here, but there's another nice size pocket which I have my postcards in, and I don't always put the postcards out because they have a coupon offer, but I like having them in there just in case. And then the side pocket is where I keep my art bin box. It doesn't fit all the way down, but it's okay. It's snug enough to fit in there where it doesn't fall out when I'm rolling it. Down here I keep just plastic grocery baggies, which I use as a garbage, especially when I'm doing glitter tattoos. You have to have a garbage. But I also use wipes as I'm working sometimes to wipe my hands or wipe a smudge, and I like to have a garbage so that I'm not leaving them in a pile or having to go away from the table. So I try to keep those here. In the front pocket, thick wipes, and I have some packing tape, and the back has a nice little pouch here, which I think is a great spot to just keep some extra business cards. That way, if you're on your way leaving a gig or coming to a gig, if someone stops and talks to you, you can easily grab those and just pull one out, rather than having to open and pull stuff out of the kit to find your business cards inside. On the other side, I will sometimes keep a tablecloth in here. You know, it's a nice good sized pocket. And then this is I have a water bottle. That's actually usually enough for me for like a birthday party or something like that where I don't need a ton. If I'm doing a big festival that's hours and hours long, sometimes I'll bring like a milk jug or something separately. And then I have some brush bath, which I've started adding a couple drops to help keep my water cleaner or give it a little better cleaning power. And I usually try to keep a little fiber bar or something in my kit for my own self, because sometimes after a gig I am just starving. Or driving too if I didn't have time to eat, just so I'm not on an empty stomach. That's about it for the case. I also would like to show you that I have a matching glitter tattoo case, which is also the Paper Studio, and I've got all my glitter tattoo stuff crammed in here besides the display board of course. This box holds my stencils and my glitters and everything else, so I'll get into more detail with that maybe on a separate vid. But I love having the matching kits. So thank you. Hope you found that helpful, and I'm going to try to make some more and possibly some actual painting tutorials down the road. Thanks for watching.